Alright guys, today we are going to be doing a carburetor and fuel lines on a homelite 4218C chainsaw. I will put all the parts in the description below. Everything you need is inside this box, so let me open it up for you. Oh wait a minute, is this the right one? No, this is not it. What am I thinking? This one right here. HIPA. I don't know why I was pulling that one out. That one's totally not even for a chainsaw. HIPA makes awesome products. I never have an issue with any of their parts. It's got the carburetor, the gaskets, some fuel filters, spark plug, primer bulb, fuel lines. Everything you need to do this job is inside this box. So we're going to go ahead and get down on it. First thing we're going to go ahead and do, adjust the camera. We've got two screws in the back there, are torque 25s. You can use a flathead screwdriver as well. I just find I get a better grip with these guys. One, two, and then the chain brake, you gotta make sure that that is pushed all the way forward. Lift this up, slide it backwards. Alright, look at all this fun jazz, yeah. Air filter, go ahead and pull that out. Let's see what else we got going on in here. Looks like torque 25, so you got a bolt here. Right here. Torque 25. It's right on the right hand side of the handle. I haven't done one of these in a while, so I'm kind of iffy on everything right now, but we'll figure it out together. Alright, get that one out, and then there's a hole right next to the kill switch for the other torque 25 bolt. You'll be able to see it, it's right there between the kill switch and the handle. Get that one out. Alright, and then we got to get them out, so the bolts have to come out. There's a little washer on them you got to watch out for. So I just use a little flathead screwdriver and just kind of push the bolt out a little bit. Oh, I just pushed it back in. Grab it with a pair of needle nose. Got it out a little bit. And the flat washer will just fall into the bottom, but we'll grab that out once we get the carb and everything out. And then this side, you got to pull the handle to the left a little bit. Grab a hold of it. Flat washer's on that one too. Doesn't matter if it falls in. You're gonna have everything out anyways. This is kind of a, oh look, it came out. See, there's a little flat washer on there. These are kind of a pain in the butt, just so you know. It's not the funnest carburetors in the world to do. Right now, what do I gotta do? I should just pull right out, I think. It's acting like it doesn't want to come out. Shouldn't be anything holding it in place. Figure out what is. I may have to force it out. Oh, you know what? Pull the choke. I bet it's sticking on that choke. Maybe not. What the heck? There's another bolt underneath the handle. It means we gotta disconnect the handle. So we got probably a torque 25 right here. Such a pain in the butt. There's another one up here. It's the springs on the handle. Your torque 25. You're unscrewing them. Some of these chainsaws are just super pain in the butt to work on. Some of them are easy. This one's not. I never really look forward to doing these chainsaws. It's just a lot extra. And then we should have one more down here somewhere. Oh yeah, all the way down on the chainsaw side. On the chain side, there's another spring. You know, I might be able to do it without doing that one though. Maybe not. Let's see if I can do it without doing that one. Yeah, I can get to this. Just gotta hold it. Torque 25. Pain in the butt. I don't remember this ever being there. This must be a new thing just for this model, because I've done these homelite chainsaws before and it didn't have that before. Must just be this model. There it goes, popped off. Just leave that screw like that. Alright, that slid right out. Easy. Easy as pie. Oh Lord. Alright, then we got some fuel lines to disconnect. Oops. Choke arm, pop it off. Fuel line down here. I'm going to do all new fuel lines. This one in the bottom left is the one that goes to the filter. Goes from the filter to, hold on. Alright, customer's gone. Alright, get the throttle arm disconnected. It's S-turn, it appears. Yeah, so it's just an S-turn. Just goes in, twists out, just an S-turn, no big deal. Alright, now we're going to drain the tank out, get it completely empty, and we're going to make sure it's dry, no water, no dirt, no nothing in there. The fuel line's broken right here, so that was the issue. I could just replace the fuel lines, but the whole kit's so cheap. I mean, it's less than 20 bucks, I think. So why not replace the carburetor and everything while you're at it? If I only do the fuel lines, my luck, 2 days later the carburetor will go bad, and then I got to redo this whole job again just because I didn't want to put a carburetor in it. So I just do the whole thing. It's over with. I'm going to go ahead and empty this thing out. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and reach in, rip out any of the fuel lines that you see in here, get them all out of there. That broke off. It goes here. There we go. Get it on out of there. That's the return line, goes to the long nipple. Alright. On the primer bulb. Primer bulb, we're going to remove that. There's 2 tabs, one on each side. Just grab it with a pair of pliers, squeeze them together, and it'll pop right out. See, it's got the 2 tabs on each side. So short to suction, it goes to the top part of the carburetor over here, pulls fuel from the tank through the carburetor to the primer bulb, and then the long nipple is returned. It goes back into the gas tank. No filter, just pushes the gas back in. All right, let's see here. Let's get some more fuel line out. All right. I'm going to use the black line. It's a little bit stronger line, I think. It has its own weaknesses too, though. They all go bad about the same time. Cut a little point into it. We're going to shove it through one of the holes. Doesn't matter which one. They both go into the same tank. Actually, I'm going to stick it in the one furthest away from the mouth of the gas tank first, because I don't want it to be in the way of me grabbing the second fuel line. So I'm going to reach in with my needle nose and grab that line. Come on. You know what? I'm going to cut that point a little bit longer, so I got space to grab. Probably grab that easier. And you can use normal flat, regular needle nose pliers. I just found that these ones, the bent straight over ones aren't good. It's these ones that seem to really be able to grab stuff for me. Grab that fuel line. We're going to pull it all the way out like that. Maybe a little bit more. I can always pull it back in. Going to cut that point off of it. Brand new fuel filter out of this bag of goodies here. Stab it on it. And put it in the tank. We want it to sit at the very bottom of the tank, so we may have to pull some out. Because you'll notice that there's actually a dip down in the tank where it's supposed to sit in. There we go, sitting down in the bottom of the tank the way we want it to. I don't know if you can see that. Hold on. There we go. Just like that, sitting down in the bottom there. Alright, this one is going to be a short line because it's going to go, this is the old carburetor, but it's going to go to this bottom nipple here. So it doesn't have to be very long. We're just going to cut it a little short. That's the fuel filter line. Cut another point into this. Cut it nice and long because apparently we need the space to grab it. There we go. And down in, reach in here and grab it. This one only has to go in the tank about an inch, so you just pull it through and that's it. That's good. That one goes over to the primer bulb, so we're going to go ahead and fit that through to where the primer bulb would go. That goes to the long nipple on the primer bulb, so I'm going to go ahead and cut it off right here. Plug it into the long nipple on the primer bulb, long nipple facing down. We're going to line this primer bulb up and get it forced into place. Maybe. It just clicks right into place. Then this line will go on the short nipple on the primer bulb, and that's your suction that goes up to the carburetor. Sucks the gas from the tank through the carburetor into the primer bulb, and then returns to the tank. Make sure the throttle arm is above that fuel line. Alright, good start. Brand new carburetor. Where did this? So it's got multiple holes in it for different positions. We want it in the same spot this one was. So that's going to be what, the third hole from there. And we're going to pop that in. Nice. And then it's got this little brass barb right here, and that goes into the there's a little hole on the intake that it goes into, and that'll kind of hold this in place. Is that going to be enough for the throttle? Nope, I'm not in the right hole, am I? It's going to be the second, apparently the second to the last hole. That's better. And then we have the choke arm. There. Alright, so we need to cut this to length and get it to stab onto the bottom nipple over here on the left. If it's too long, it'll kink. I think I got about the right length. Find out. You can see that, right? So we're going to the filter, the line with the filter. We're going into this bottom nipple here, and then when we stab this back into the back, so everything's lining up, it can't kink. So it's a nice curve, no kinks. That's what we want. And we've got the line for suction coming off the primer bulb, off the short nipple. It's going to go up to this brass nipple up here. We're going to cut it to length. Stab it onto the carb. Doing these carbs suck, just letting you know. Okay, now we're going to work our way down into place with this air filter assembly, and we got to work our way in. This one's got the washer on it. Goes to this side. Get that washer through. And we're going to work our way all the way through the carburetor and everything like that. Get it started. Hopefully, yeah, it started. And then this one, this side's going to be a pain because I have to hold this washer down in here while I feed this bolt through. Oh. Honestly, if you get sick of trying to do this and decide not to use the washer, I do not blame you at all. There we go. Get it in. this in. If I can find a hole, would be great. Why is this not lining up? There we go. Alright, that went in. Make sure it starts. Alright. Tighten them down. I put a little bit of gas in there. We want to prime this up before we go any further. Make sure that it's priming. Make sure we don't have the fuel, because you can pinch a fuel line in there. So it's priming right up. That's a good sign. Now we're going to go ahead and pry this sideways and put that screw down in the middle behind this handle. We've got the screw that goes up top here. It fell out. It won't fit in here, so I have to get it in the spring first. Drop it down in there, and then we can reach in with this and get a grip on it. Get it to stick out. The spring. Maybe. There it goes. And we're going to go ahead and get her tightened in place there. Jeez. And we're going to go ahead and tighten this one down in, get it tight in place. And that should be all of those. I'm going to go ahead. Oh, the choke arm fell off. Choke off. Oh, I've already off. Alright, so that seems to be good. So we're going to go ahead and put the air filter on. Brake full forward. Slide this down into place. It's got a little knob on there that slides into a groove up front. So you got to get that all lined up. And then it drops right into place once you do. And then torque 25s, just 2 of them. Tighten down, and that's it. Alright guys, I hope this helped you out. If it did in any way, shape, or form, give me a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button. All the parts will be on the description below. All you got to do is click on the link. If you want to do any advertising through my channel, message me. I'll be more than happy to have you. Peace.